from the city of brotherly love. MLB The Show has baseball from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Philadelphia Phillies. It's Phillies baseball on the show next. Cliff Lee gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than one. What that means, he's allowing less than one base runner per inning. Outstanding.
Troy Tulowitzki strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
For Toronto, shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki.
And the first pitch of the night here is taken for ball one, and we're officially underway in Philadelphia. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. They've put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Herrera on the run. One down. With that, a look at John Gibbons' lineup for the visiting Blue Jays. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, there's only a few guys that can swing it and flip it like Joey Bats. Jose Bautista. He is a big-time power threat and leads the American League in slugging percentage coming into this game. So that means he's more than just a long ball threat. He'll drive the ball in a line and pick up his fair share of extra base hits as well.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And this will carry him over that short outfield fence down there for a ground rule double.
Yeah, he gives this ball a pretty good ride out there, and I don't think he was going to be thinking about 3 anyway, but you see the ball pop up and over the wall, so he'll stop at second with the ground rule double.
Josh Donaldson comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Runner's on his way to third. Pitches a cold strike. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily. A man at third with one away. High and deep to right center field. Ranging back is Herrera to the track, to the wall. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 22 on the year, as the Blue Jays take a 2-0 advantage. Edwin Encarnacion will get his first cuts here, and the danger's obvious as he currently leads the American League in home runs.
Well, here we are several weeks into the season now, and he's just been killing the ball. I think he's got a great chance to be near the top in home runs when it's all said and done.
No contact there from Encarnacion as the count runs to 0-2 on him. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, Franco's defense has been a stellar surprise. Now, everyone knew he could hit and tear the cover off the ball, but he's shown that he's an elite fielder at the big league level. And he can play anywhere.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Jays strike for a couple as you get another. Aaron Sanchez, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
Pulled toward right center field, and he will get there to make the running catch as that ball hung up just a little bit too long. Craig Gentry will dig in, currently 5th in the National League in batting to begin play.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, Josh Donaldson is an MVP-type player because of his offense. But his defense is just...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. The Blue Jays on top, 2-0. Dominic Brown steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Brown.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Lee's ready. Here it is on 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And it's a fly out to start the second, 1 away.
Batting 7.
And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race. Devin Travis will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting 8. Catcher Tony Sanchez.
Tony Sanchez into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Well, much better here in the second inning. To me, he looked a little bit tentative early on.
And the third baseman makes the play. That ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They're up 2-0. Jimmy Rocha will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Into the windup and the pitch. Shot towards second. And the Phillies have their first hit of the ball game.
Down 2-0 here early. They get the leadoff man on to start. They want to play things from here.
Hanley Ramirez will step forward now. Currently third in the National League batting race to begin playing.
You know, as an everyday player, you wake up in the morning and you dream of 3-hit days. You look at the average that he's got on the season, and he added one of those 3-hit days yesterday.
Ranging back is Pilar. Oh, and this deflects right off him. And he is in there.
Oh, and this will give us a great look as we check it out in show motion. You can see him give it his all as this ball is just out of his reach. He's going to pay the price, too, as he crashes into that wall at full speed.
Freddie Galvis will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Couple of men in scoring position here with none down. Oh, he breaks off a beauty there. 0-2 now. EK as the Jays take the field here tonight. They suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Not only that, but they've got a 2-0 lead here already. So this offense is really providing a big spark for their pitching staff. That's a disappointing at-bat there with runners in scoring position. Even early on, you've got to be able to cash in when the opportunity presents itself, because you never know how many more you're going to get.
Cameron Rupp is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0.
All right, you're down 2 here. You've got the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out. This has to be a productive at-bat. Even if you don't reach base, you've got to get that guy in from third.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Ooh, what a time to come up with the first strikeout of the ballgame. And now with 2 away, 1 more out, and you get out of this and strand a couple guys in scoring position.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Now third base coach Juan Samuel's going to wave him in. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit.
Well, that's an absolute key rod right there. Right over the second baseman's head. That's going to get fielded deep in the alley, but it's plenty deep enough to allow 2 runs to come in and score on the double.
Standing in now, Cliff Lee, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Aaron Sanchez set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know, it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you, because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Fastball swung on and missed for the first down.
And after giving up those 2 first-inning runs, he's really been able to settle down, and now that's 6 in a row he's retired.
Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike.
Looking at Tulowitzki up there, you can't help but think of all the honors that have come his way, despite some pretty significant injury setbacks. A perennial all-star, a gold glover, a silver slugger award winner. This guy can do it all when he's healthy.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. We all remember when Tulowitzki was traded from the Rockies to the Blue Jays late July of 2015. Seemed weird at the time not seeing him in a Colorado uniform, but it really didn't take him that long to make the transition.
No, it didn't. In his first game in a Blue Jays uniform, he went 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Now, that's the way you make a first impression.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Well, this is kind of a tough trade-off here in that leadoff spot. For the most part, he's been a pretty productive hitter at the top of the lineup, but those strikeouts just keep mounting up. And I don't care if you have leadoff type speed. If you're not putting the ball in play, you're not getting on base.
Kevin Pillar is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the third, all even at 2 apiece. Odubel Herrera digs into the box in the paint.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. There is Travis. A quick out number one.
The right fielder, number 3, Craig Gentry.
Craig Gentry stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he was pretty unlucky last time because he squared up that fastball nicely. So we're going to have to see if they still come at him with hard stuff.
In there, strike one. Grounded to third. On to first, and very quickly, 2 are gone here in the home third.
Third baseman, number 7.
Michael Franco is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. That tails back over, strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. To short, hit hard. Tulowitzki ranges to his right. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And after 3, it remains a 2-2 tie. Josh Donaldson is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And here's Lee back to work now as his first pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Jose Bautista stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Belted high in the air out to left. Rocha ranging back. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 23 for him thus far, and it gives the Blue Jays a 4-2 lead.
Sometimes these pitchers, they let their egos get the better of them. Here, instead of working the corners, maybe using something with a little more movement, it gives him a straight challenge. It winds up costing him.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning. Leading off the inning, Jimmy Rocha, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And Tulowitzki takes this one for the first out.
And one thing this kid's going to find out is that everything speeds up at the major league level. Those pitches that you were on top of in AAA, they have a tendency to get on top of you much quicker now. You got to learn to adjust.
Hanley Ramirez is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. To third. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Striding into the box, Freddie Galvis. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you he wanted that swing back, too. He got a fastball to hit, and it seemed like he put a good swing on it, but he just missed it.
A windup and the 0-1. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the Ledger? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Tony Sanchez heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Tony Sanchez.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, he has been patient up there, but now he's backed himself into a corner.
Boy, and slow out of the box that time as he's tagged out quickly.
And this doesn't even seem physically possible. I mean, how can a catcher who's in a crouch 3 feet behind the batter wind up fielding the baseball and tagging the runner all in one motion? I think he just broke the laws of physics out there.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. And he takes a called strike 2. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Oh, and he botches it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. So it's back to the top of the order now. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Now here's Tulowitzki with the ball hit high and deep out to left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Oh, good contact there as this is sent in the air out to deep left center field. And this will wind up being the 3rd long ball he surrendered tonight. A home run. Santa Maria. A 2-run home run for Troy Tulowitzki. Number 18 for him on the campaign as they open it up to 6-2 now. Brett Oberholzer is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Kevin Pillar comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1.
Ooh, he might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the 2nd out.
The batter number 20.
Josh Donaldson strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Shot toward right center. Gentry is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Leading off the inning, Cameron Rupp. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Hit hard towards center, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Cesar Hernandez.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Swing and he pulls the fastball high in the air toward deep right center. Under it is Bautista as he makes the play for out number 1.
The batter, catcher,
Brett Oberholzer will stand in now. A late entrant to the ball game as he'll be making his first plate appearance here in inning number 5. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit. I just don't get it.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Got him. Odubel Herrera will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
The 1-0 pitch. Hammers it to deep right field. Back goes Bautista. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 14 on the season. And they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Well, this pitch is just a little bit in. Not really a terrible location at all. But if you're sitting on that pitch in that spot, you can certainly do some damage. And he absolutely did some damage right there to the tune of a 2-run shot.
The right fielder, number 3.
Here's Craig Gentry.
Gentry.
That's a ball.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
And this should be a pretty good test of his resiliency out there. He's going to need to snap back in a hurry because he's got a lot more danger ahead.
Lifted in the air to center field. Pillar's there. And that's the 3rd out. But the Fightins strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now a 6-4 ball game. Edwin Encarnacion makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Encarnacion.
Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Oberholzer into his motion. Here he comes. 0-1. Right side. Hernandez is up with it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The right fielder, number 19.
Jose Bautista will stand in again at 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Six runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Just missing here, 2-0.
You know, when I see Jose Bautista at the plate with that high leg kick and plate coverage, I kind of feel sorry for the pitcher. I mean, this guy's the man up there.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Not only do you not want to lose this guy, you got more trouble right there in the on-deck circle.
chop foul over towards the dugout. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Drilled on the ground is short. Galvis is there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
Dominic Brown will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And they start him out away with a called strike. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So nothing happening this time around. Heart of the order. Jays are out in front. 6. Leading off the inning, Michael Franco, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Breaking ball and a good one on the corner to make it 0-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Smoked on the ground left side. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
7 straight games with a base hit now, and that's a solid week or so of swinging the bat with some authority.
Jimmy Rocha will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. One and two. Bounce to first. Taken in by Encarnacion. Tulowitzki for 1. On to Encarnacion, and they get them both. A double play.
Oh, not an easy play out there by any stretch. He's got to hit the shortstop in stride while avoiding that runner who's directly in his path. But he's able to put a good throw right on the bag, and they wind up turning the double play.
Here's Hanley Ramirez as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now. Down 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Brown going back to the track. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down quick. Devin Travis is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Second baseman, Devin Travis.
In there at the knees, strike 1. And this is fouled at the plate. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Hit to third. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Tony Sanchez will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th. 2 gone. Words so far. And that misses for ball 1. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Oberholzer sets his sights, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball. Freddie first plate appearance and flew out last time around. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Popped high in the air. Travis is underneath this one. 1 pitch, 1 away.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or 2. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Hit hard up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Cesar Hernandez will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Pilar is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the 2nd out. On to first, a double play. After the break, don't go away. Troy Tulowitzki will start things off. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Phillies 4. Troy Tulowitzki will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Oberholzer gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the 1st out of the inning. Kevin Pilar gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Rocha on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Josh Donaldson strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that's a very hittable location right there. Not where you want to be when you're facing a guy like this.
And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They still lead it 6-4. Brett Cecil will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Evan Gattis will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Lined hard toward right center, and that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning. Odubel Herrera will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And I think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Tap fouled at home plate. Now a chopper to first, might only get one. To second for one. On to first, and the throw goes right by him. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Craig Gentry. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one.
you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Out in front of it, strike one. The 0-1 delivery. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
High in the air out to center field. Pilar is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. And he's safe. Michael Franco will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
And keep in mind, he is the team leader in home runs, so if anyone's got a shot of getting one out of here, it's him.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Calling for it, Pilar. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for Philadelphia. Back in the city of brotherly love with Major League Baseball on the show. Greg Holland will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Edwin Encarnacion stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away. Both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Swinging away and maybe a bit too anxious there. Still ahead in the count, 3-1. No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone and the count comes full at 3-2. Good battle. Count remains full. Hit high and deep to right center. Looking up is Herrera. And this one is gone. A home run. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion. Number 23 for him thus far. And it's now 7-4. Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour. A ball and a strike. Bounced weakly near the plate. Rupp has it on the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Left fielder, Dominic
Holland pauses. Here comes the first pitch. Dominic Brown is at the plate as he watches ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. This is pulled into right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Devin Travis is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Rocha ranging back. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. The Jays get a run on the Encarnacion home run. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Roberto Osuna is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. Hit out towards second. Barney fields it cleanly. Throw on to first by Barney gets him 1 away. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play.
Yeah, folks, he's been one of the best in the American League so far this year. Currently 3rd in that department. So he's had a really nice season so far out of the pen. We'll see if he can add to his total here.
Hanley Ramirez is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Bautista is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9.
The shortstop.
Freddie Galvis makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning. Marcus Semien will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get 1 at-bat, it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. He's around first, on his way to second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Now batting,
Cameron Rupp will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
Bautista racing back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. The run scores from second. That makes it 7-5 now. Well, partner, this one might not be over yet, as the lead has shrunk to just 2 now as they continue to chip away at this deficit. Now to the plate, Cesar Hernandez. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Yeah, he's got great numbers right here. Hitting over 350 against righties where he just rakes.
And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And here's a swing and a miss, so the Phils are down to what could be their final strike now. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. 2 out here and a runner at second. And he strikes him out to end it here, as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Well, this one certainly wasn't a spotless finish, that's for sure. He does surrender a run, but he also gets the final out here to pick up the save.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And guys, I think you might agree there's little doubt that the star of this afternoon's contest was this man, Jose Bautista. Picture perfect there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really...
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Looking first at the NL East, the Blue Jays combined for 4 total home runs as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 7-5. The Braves allowed 5 hits in the game as they grabbed the win.
MLB The Show has baseball for you under the lights at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight we wrap up this brief two-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Philadelphia Phillies. It's Phillies baseball on the show next. Matt Shoemaker is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
Troy Tulowitzki strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Tonight for Toronto, shortstop Troy Tulowitzki.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Shoemaker's ready. 1-1 pitch on its way. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they came up a little short last time out, but they've still been one of the hotter teams around, winning 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. They've put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. With that, a look at John Gibbons' lineup for the visiting Blue Jays. EK, any thoughts?
Well, there's only a few guys that can swing it and flip it like Joey Bats. Jose Bautista. He's been a menace to opposing pitchers lately. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 10 ball games. He's shown that he's a serious power threat, so they better be careful not to leave any mistakes out over the plate.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Franco's defense has been a stellar surprise. Everyone knew he could hit and tear the cover off the ball, but he's shown that he's an elite fielder at the big league level. And he can play anywhere in the infield, and he provides some magnificent highlight reel catches.
Josh Donaldson is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he takes a called strike 2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
And another foul ball. Hard liner toward short. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, strikeout single here to start the ball game. It was looking like he'd breezed through the top of the first inning, but not so fast.
Edwin Encarnacion will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get it
threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays held it. Jay Happ will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Jimmy Rocha comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Phillies, center fielder Jimmy Rocha.
And that misses for ball one. EK, as the Jays take the field here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
And they got both the series and the road trip off to a good start.
Gone! So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, I think this youngster's quickly becoming a fan favorite around these parts. With swings like that, it's easy to see why. He's really making his mark on this ball club, and this crowd loves what they're seeing.
Reyna readies for his first appearance in this one, and he's a guy who's been terrific over the last couple of series, really swinging it well. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. The 0-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Pilar over to his right, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. With that, a look at the Phillies' batting order in this one. Steve, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
You got to be swinging at good pitches. Avoid wasting at bats by going out of the strike zone on this guy.
Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Line drive to center field. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Hanley Ramirez will step forward now. Currently 3rd in the National League batting race to begin playing.
And he's right up there among the RBI leaders, too, so he's dangerous with runners on base.
And a ground ball to Tulowitzki. This might be 2. On to Encarnacion, and it's in time for the double play, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Jose Bautista will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
Lifted in the air out to right. Ramirez is under it. 1 out.
Batting 6th, left fielder.
And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race. Shoemaker looks in. Here's the first pitch. Chris Colabello comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away. Both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
2-2. Still 2-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Not too happy about that decision down there at first base. We're going to check it out again here on show motion.
Tony Sanchez.
Boy, that is a tight call. You know, one way or another, someone wasn't going to be happy about that.
Tony Sanchez is at the plate as he takes a called strike one. He'll enter play here at an even 250. 1 home run and 4 RBIs. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They trail this one 1. Michael Franco will stand in, and look at that average. Up over 370 to start the ball game.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to second. Played on the backhand. And he'll throw him out from short right field. Nicely done for the first out. And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
His nickname is Joey Bats, but Jose Bautista, he can play some serious defense as well. But I'll tell you, the arm is good as anybody's in the game. We've seen him try to throw guys out at first base. We'll see if he tries that in this one.
I'll tell you, if he didn't catch that ball, it would have knocked him down. This is a laser, but he manages to hang on to it.
Stepping in now, Everett Cabrera. Swing and a shot to third. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Phillies down on just 4 pitches. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Leading off the inning, Darwin Barney, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Line drive to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
The pitcher, number 30.
In now, Jay Happ, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Boy, tough enough to be an American League pitcher swinging the bat as it is. How about having to deal with pitches like that?
One word, Matty, unfair.
Troy Tulowitzki will dig in for a second time. A strikeout victim opening up the ball game. And this is hit hard up the middle. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. Kevin Pillar is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
1-2.
That misses, 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Cabrera is there for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Toronto. It remains 1-0. Carlos Perez will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Catcher, Carlos Perez.
Into the windup and the pitch. 8-9-1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit down the third base line. And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
Liner towards second. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
And with no DH, this is one area that you'd have to give the National League team a little bit of an advantage. And he comes through here with the base hit.
Jimmy Rocha will stand in to try to duplicate his first at-bat where he homered to open the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike one.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
Now a chopper to second. This will be a tough turn. To second for one. On to Encarnacion, but it's too late to get them both.
Well, you're going to see right here the middle infielders are pinched towards second base bag. That's double play depth. And this is a ball that's hit a little bit farther towards the hole. So it takes a little longer for this play to get started, and they wind up only getting the one out.
Standing in now, Pete Reyna, as he'll take a look at ball one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Tulowitzki ranging into the outfield. He's got it, and there are two down now.
And one thing this kid's going to find out is that everything speeds up at the major league level. Those pitches that you were on top of in AAA, they have a tendency to get on top of you much quicker now. You got to learn to adjust.
To short. He's got it, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Phillies leave a couple. They lead it 1-0. Josh Donaldson is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Shoemaker gets the sign. First pitch on its way. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
And you know what, guys? This is a big league battle going on right now. Neither guy wanting to back down. No sign of weakness on either side.
And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat. Jose Bautista will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Really dotting the corners here with the fastball. 0-2.
Not only is he close to going through the heart of this.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will... Hanley Ramirez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. First offering on its way. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Bautista. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 7, Maikel Franco.
Now to the plate, Maikel Franco. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Drilled on the ground to short. On to first, and Haps rolling now, 2 away.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he was pretty unlucky last time because he squared up that fastball nicely. So we're going to have to see.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
That inning didn't really look like it was going anywhere, but if the first 2 guys don't get on in front of them, that's when they're swinging for the trees. When guys are on in front of them, they shorten down and try to go for the base hit, but a big solo shot right there with 2 outs.
Now batting, second baseman,
Into the box, Everett Cabrera. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1.
Yeah, same pitch here from the home run ball, but this one's in a much better spot down at the knees.
Chopped foul right at home plate. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right, but that'll be off the wall in right center. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Boy, we just saw one ball leave the yard, and this was pretty nearly a second one. It's just another mistaken location. You can see the ball out over the middle of the plate, and one good swing deserves another. And I'll tell you, they were pretty fortunate that this one only resulted in 2 bases, because that could have very easily turned into back-to-back jacks.
In now, Carlos Perez. As he's first pitch swinging and pops this one up over toward the right side of the infield. Encarnacion is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Phillies get one in the frame courtesy of this solo. Chris Colabello will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Rocha has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. Opposing batters have not been having a lot of fun against him. Pretty intimidating when you're facing a guy with an ERA like he's carrying around.
Tony Sanchez swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Looking for his 10th strikeout. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. All right, folks, montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. And he falls behind 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Shoemaker steps into his windup. 0-2 on its way. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swinging a hard liner to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. At the plate, Jay Happ. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And the fastball is off his glove, and it gets away. And he'll make it to second here as he's moved into scoring position now after the passed ball. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They're still down. It's 2-0. Matt Shoemaker comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
Center fielder number
Jimmy Rocha strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Swing and a line drive, but this will be foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit out towards second. Barney gloves it onto first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home 5th.
First baseman number 35, Pete Reyna.
Pete Reyna will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. First pitch on its way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Now, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Bautista is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. 3 up. Troy Tulowitzki makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
Looking at Tulowitzki up there, you can't help but think of all the honors that have come his way, despite some pretty significant injury setbacks. A perennial all-star, a gold glover, a silver slugger award winner. This guy can do it all when he's healthy.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Ramirez is after it. 1 down.
And there you get a look at his pitches by inning. You can see the count. He's at 83 for the ball game. Not a huge concern just yet, but he's starting to get up there.
Kevin Pillar stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Full count, 3-2.
Now you've got the big thunder coming next, so you do not want to lose this guy.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Count is full. Here's the pitch. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4. Josh Donaldson will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Hector Neris will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning. Josh Donaldson will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto.
In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. Starting to look like got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Thursday Night Baseball. Evan Gattis will stand in to lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Drilled right back up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And as we take a look at the Phillies team leaders, we see he currently sits in 3rd place in that department.
Well, he hasn't exactly been tearing the league apart, but he's making enough noise with the bat to be respected. Clearly, he's a large piece of his offense.
Hanley Ramirez is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
1-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 2-2.
We saw this in his last start. He just hasn't been able to find that put-away pitch with 2 strikes that you got to have at this level.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Maikel Franco will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if he can make a small adjustment and get through one.
And he will hasten his way back to first where he's in there safely.
The batter, number 10, shortstop.
Marcus Semien steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Hard hit ball towards the hole, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Yeah, and you know, he just couldn't put him away here with 2 strikes. He goes to the fastball, hoping to get out of the inning, but this is hit pretty hard, and now he's got a second man on base to deal with, 2 away.
Stepping in now, Everett Cabrera. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1.
And the Phils know that one key hit here could make a big impact on the outcome of the ball game.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, Jose Bautista, and they'll need him to get something going here. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1.
You know, when I see Jose Bautista at the plate with that high leg kick and plate coverage, I kind of feel sorry for the pitcher. I mean, this guy's the man up there.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Yeah, not only does Bautista hit for power, he's very disciplined up there at the plate. He's really a tough out.
He's not going to go out of his zone very often. In 2015, he walked more than he struck out. And that's something that you just don't often see from a big home run guy.
Into the box now, Chris Colabello, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Tony Sanchez stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. 0-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. Rocha will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Blue Jays go down in order. They're down 2-0. Carlos Perez steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Catcher, Carlos Perez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit hard towards center. And there's a base hit. So a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Jesse Chavez will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Russell Martin will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. Now they tag him out between second and third, and it's a double play. Jimmy Rocha strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. No runs on a hit. No. Darwin Barney will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Into the seats, 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss by Martin as he falls behind now 0-2. And Martin swings and misses that time on a good pitch, and he's gone on strikes for out number 2. Troy Tulowitzki will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight. And he lays off there 1-0. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Rocha is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They trail things here 2-0. Pete Reyna digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Cameron Rupp is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Tap foul at home plate. On the ground to third. And a good throw gets him one gone.
And this guy's one of those unsung type pitchers. He's not the setup guy. He's not the closer. But these are the guys that keep you in the ball games. And he's doing the job here.
Evan Gattis ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Very weakly on the ground. Fly ball out toward left center field. Pilar's there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball. But he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play. And back in the city of brotherly love with Major League Baseball on the show. Cameron Rupp will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Kevin Pillar will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far. So, quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
David Hernandez will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the 9th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Odubel Herrera is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Right field, number 37, Odubel Herrera.
Kevin Pillar is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of the pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
A pause and the 0-2. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball 1-2. And a swing and a miss on the fastball, and there's the first out here in the 9th.
Well, there's the true definition of a power arm out of the bullpen. He just reared back and said, go ahead, try to hit it. And he blew that four-seamer right by the guy.
Josh Donaldson will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch out. And he faces out of the bullpen. Edwin Encarnacion makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Line to the right side. But this is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one, as that ball was hit hard, but the ball game is over.
And it seems like just yesterday we were getting this series started, and now it's already over. Oh, yeah, it was yesterday that we just got it started. At any rate, this is going to wind up a split. Each team will wind up winning a game apiece.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11.